right, you ready?
Peace to the gods. This your boy Jonah Bey coming to you live at the cribs. Background, yeah, that shit like crazy, right? I know. Anyway, today we're gonna be talking about is correction versus birth certificate authentication and injunction. You know, you got people out there saying that they doing a status correction and they using the UCC to do it. They're doing a UCC plus they doing declarations. Now, declarations is the bomb. That's truthfully how you proclaim anything. You know, just like Noble Drew Ali said. The method, I question the method of using the UCC to do it. And there's a reason why. It's not because I'm being an a-hole. I'm basing it off of what the UCC itself says. Now, everyone out there ain't the one actually using the UCC while they're filling out the UCC1 financial statement. What I'm going to do is, hey, Akeem, my screen.
Oh, you got to go down there and share it. Hit the share right down there in the middle. Down.
Hold on.
Little black box and hit share. Talking about the UCC, I've seen a lot of YouTube videos about the UCC1, and you see a lot of people telling you this is what you need to get straight. You're going to be showing people how that information.
Showing them exactly what the UCC code itself says. It's all about, see, I got a premise, and the premise is I don't care what other people say, that personalities, the gurus, the teachers, or whatever. It's what does the law say? Whether it's special law, whether it's general law, statute, a code, rule, regulation, or what does the Constitution say? I'm always going to show you what those things say, you to decide what you want to do. Now, most people that I hear talking don't give you source information. They don't thoughts come from or where the rules come from. I'm going to show you the rules.
Right.
And I don't know. For me, the rules, I get remedy. Off a remedy. What about you? Okay. Has the remedies been working for you?
Yeah. I mean, I'm able to travel when I'm ready. Issues with money. I mean, I'm not a millionaire, but I'm, what you call
financially
independently wealthy, meaning all by, living a private lifestyle. I didn't, I didn't follow the direction of those UCC1 people that I've seen in the videos. And I've looked at those videos, right path, but as I looked, I didn't see anybody getting remedy from that.
Right.
It was just doing paperwork.
I noticed you used the word private. We're going to have to come back and do a video for YouTube on the whole private thing as well. One of the things that stops people from getting remedy is they don't know the difference between public and private. Public would be anything within the corporate United States, that illegus, that 14th Amendment citizen. Yes, the actual government is a 14th Amendment citizen. It was the first one created. And then it went around and started creating other ones. The next ones that they created was the states of Georgia, the states of New York. They all 14th Amendments. Now those, its own, which is called your straw man, your illeguses. Right. And that's what they want you to be up under. All of that is considered. Now, when you separate from those illeguses, 14th Amendments, those corporations, and you set yourself up a part of it as in a foreign trust, private. So we're going to do a whole video on that upcoming. But right now we're dealing with this correction versus birth certificate authentication and injunction. Because I know y'all tired of the cops messing with y'all. I know y'all want to be on the do not detain list and all that. And we're going to give you a little snippet in this video on how to do that. Learn more, y'all can go to jonahbey.com and pick up and all that allows you to do that. They're very economical, and we get it out to you. DVD, we can send it through the mail, or we can send it to you electronically. And the templates come electronically, so no problem there. We've actually got that out to thousands of people already. We're not gonna take your money. Service. We're definitely not gonna make it happen. Anyway, so let me go, now that you see my screen, let me go to UCC. I want to know what the UCC says about it. So here we go. We're going to go to UCC 9-311. I might have to go to 312, but 311 should be the one if I remember correctly. Now, this code right here, now Article 9 is the controlling to the UCC, the whole code, right? So then we're going to go to 9.311. It says perfection of security interests and property subject to certain statute, regulations, and treaties. Basically, we're going to show you how to perfect your security interests on anything, right? So it says A, security interests subject to other law. Right here, I'm reading. I want y'all to see where I'm reading. I want y'all to know this ain't Jonah making this shit up. Jonah is reading from the UCC. Except as otherwise provided in subsection D, the filing of a financial statement is not necessary or effective to perfect a security interest in property subject to. Now, I'm going to slow that down. Except as otherwise provided in subsection D of a financial statement. That's a UCC1. Of a UCC1 is not necessary or effective. It's telling you that a UCC1 is not, you don't have to do one, and it doesn't work to perfect security interests subject to what? A statute, treaty of the United States whose requirements for security interests obtain priority over the rights of a lien creditor with respect to property preempt section 9.310. So it's saying, even if you did a UCC1, you would never have interest over the United States. It's a reason for that. The reason is the United States did an agricultural lien. It helped your mother and them leaguers. They got an agricultural lien. And if you do a UCC 20 years down the line, first in time, first in line, you're not going to beat their UCC.
Now I got a question for the, for people who don't know what an illegus is. What is an illegus?
Illegus is a straw man. It's a corporation. Only corporations can deal with corporations. So you've been operating out of a corporation / trust. Now, we don't know exactly because it plays many different roles. 1 minute it's a trust. The next minute it's a straight corporation. Deviate being wrong by saying corporation, you call it the Latin word, which is called the illegus. Illegus means a fiction, a corporate entity, a fictional entity. And that's how you have to do commerce in the world. You must use an entity to do commerce. So either you can use your entity that you created, which is foreign to the United States, or you can use the one that they created, which makes you a US citizen, which has no rights, duties that the government. All right, so boom, they have the superior title because they did the agricultural lien first. So then think this. If it's a statute, rule, or regulation, it outdoes every UCC 1 financial statement. So we're going to keep on reading. Itself is going to tell you that. To do certain things to make that happen. But it says, number 2, list any statute covering automobiles, trailers, mobile homes, boats, farm tractors, or the like, which provides a security interest to be indicated on a certificate of title as a condition or result of perfection, any non-uniform commercial central filing. That's a non-UCC, y'all. Now, for all the people who don't know what a non-UCC is, I want y'all to do this. I want y'all to Google, like I'm doing now, non-UCC. And I really need y'all to read this document. This is the document I want you to read right here. Certain non-UCCs and UCC gotchas. I also want you to read Seek But You May Not Find, PDF. I want to read Seek But You May Not Find by the Fordham Law Review. And it's going to talk about all these non-UCCs that's not listed in the UCC department of Article 9 at your state. These are records. It could be at DMV. It could be at the DOT, Department of Transportation. It could be in your, but yet it's a perfected security interest. Y'all need to read about that. Now, if y'all go to .com, look in the archives, radio, my site, blogradio.com. I've done a couple of shows on this, Seek But You May Not Find, where I read it with y'all and break it down. I didn't do the whole.
Talkradio.com/hindsight 2020.
Boy, you just made that difficult. I think that's the very precise way of finding it. But I think if you just put in hindsight, we're gonna see it right now. I'm gonna do it right now. Hindsight Radio. And it'll come up. See, it's at the top of the screen. I hit enter.
Talk was down this morning, so.
Oh, it looked like it is because it's not going nowhere.
Yeah, it was down this morning. I'm gonna, at the intro, I'm gonna add that in.
Okay.
So.
That's my partner, Akeem. He an asshole, but that's my dude. I'm an asshole too, though. All right, so I want y'all to read this article. Don't believe me. Believe the people who put this stuff in place. This dude, Gerald T. McLaughlin, UCC authority in all of America, if not the world. Don't believe me. This is source information. All right, so now we go down to number 3, a statute or another jurisdiction which provides for security interest to be indicated on a certificate of title as a condition or result of security interest obtaining priority over the rights of a lien creditor, aka a UCC1, with respect to the property. So if I have a certificate of title will always take priority over any UCC1 you could do. Now, the reason why they did that is they had to give you a remedy from their agricultural lien that they did when you were very young. They had to give you a way to have priority security interest over their security interest that they had. So you have to use the birth certificate, which is a certificate of title, and claim it as your own. Everyone's like, well, Jonah, How do we know the birth certificate is a certificate of title? Add up. Now, hopefully this will come up. But ever since I've been teaching, man, they've been taking stuff down. But I'm going to go to rule of Minnesota rules. And look like it's there. I don't know. Oh, it's there. Now, what is that, Akeem? When we was up in Florida, it wouldn't come up.
Could have been the server. You know, using a different server.
Remember, it showed all of this, but it didn't show the actual rule right here. Available. Crazy. Anyway, let's read what it says. This is their law. This is the only place we've been able to find this birth certificate law. Birth certificates. The Register of Titles is authorized to receive for registration and memorials upon outstanding certificate of title and an official birth certificate. Right there, I can go much deeper, and I'll do that on other little videos I'm going to put up on YouTube. But you that the birth certificate is a certificate of title. Jonah didn't say this. This is their rules. This is their shit. All right? I'm going to leave up out of Rule 220 for now because it made my point. Now, I'm going to leave out of 9-311 of the UCC because I'm going to go to 9-312 or 313 because I want to show y'all this authentication shit. I didn't make it up. It's in their rules, in their codes on how to perfect your security interests. Now, I bring that up because most people be like, well, what did that got to do with the whole status correction? They're saying that y'all had to do a UCC 1 and do your birth certificate and all that, and that's how you're gonna get with a couple of affidavits and proclamations. I'm showing you that ain't what the UCC says you're gonna have to do to perfect the illegal security, to get the security interest in your illegals. That ain't what it says. So that's why I bring it up. I'm not here to tear down anyone's teachings. I only want people to see the truth in their codes. You know, so this is not me trying to debate anyone. This is me just showing y'all. This is all commerce. And it's very funny. I like to bring this out, Akeem. If the dude is broke, your teacher is broke, and he got supreme teachings, how could he be broke? The only thing that a broke person could teach me is how to be broke. So if your teacher ain't teaching well, he's teaching all this stuff and he ain't doing well, he's not a good teacher.
Well, he's a good teacher on the broke end, but not on the teaching you prosperity. You know,
Akeem, it ain't even about prosperity. The truth is, everything in the world is based on education. Everything. Right. I don't give a fuck what you're doing. If you want to be a boxer, you had to get someone that teach you well, and then you'll start winning. You can't tell me that I'm learning how to box, and you teach me how to box, and I keep on losing. I lose every time. Guess what? Stop having him as a teacher because he obviously don't know how to teach boxing. You see what I'm saying? The sum result should be you should be living quite well. You know, very well. I mean, I'm not going to show everything. You know. Can you see those cars, Hakeem, on the screen?
I see them at the bottom right.
You now?
No, I don't see any. All I see is the UCC-9312.
Okay, hold on. Let me. Stop sharing. And boom. Now you see them?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. That's a C63 AMG Benz. That's a Bentley. Let me walk around the corner. Walk around the corner, y'all. These ain't even all the cars. These ain't even all the cars. There go a Jaguar. There go a BMW. Mount Blanc. Here go the Hummer. The other cars is in the shop. Getting it done for a while. I like to get stuff customized. Let's look at the Ducati bike. There go the Ducati motorcycle. See that?
You see it.
Okay. Let's walk back and get a view of the crib. You know what I mean? I just want to show that the things I'm learning is working. And by the way, Akeem, how'd you meet me?
I met you. Somebody gave me a DVD of a seminar, and I invited you out to do a seminar. Yeah, I can see it. See it good.
See all that? All right. I ain't doing that for bragging purposes. I'm doing that to show that what I'm teaching, I use and it's working. Now,
Right.
You met me through getting one of my DVDs. You invited me out to do a seminar.
Right.
Which we're working on the next one coming up soon, right?
Oh,
By
yeah.
the way, we go to the UK to do a seminar in the UK as well. Crazy. Anyway, so we met up. We did the seminar. You started learning the stuff that I was teaching. How did that work out for you?
Worked out extremely well. We got a very successful blog talk radio station. We probably right now at over 300,000 listens or more. I mean, people are getting remedy. I know I got definite remedy.
How many testimonies before you knew it was real, or was it when after you did it and you got your remedies that you knew it was real?
No, I heard a lot of testimony on when you were with the other station.
Right.
People came on and gave testimonies. And then I got my own testimony shortly after I met dealing
Right.
with the IRS. And I mean,
you even had a case that you had to use the stuff in.
Yeah, all the people that I had been working with was doing this stuff for years, and they thought they knew, and they were listening to a lot of people they saw on YouTube and some people locally. But what I saw that was common amongst them, nobody in my eyes, people were getting locked up. I don't see it as success,
Right.
I've won personally information. I beat 2 cases. I beat child support. I beat a criminal charge that they try to lay on me. Got them all. They all went in my favor. This information.
When people go to the blog radio, they're gonna hear all these testimonies and true stuff of everything working. Showing y'all the man cave, an overview of the man cave. Look at that pool table. That's the largest TV they got in production at the time that I bought it, not too long ago. Is this a sauna? Sauna inside the crib? Full gym, y'all. Full gym, of course. You got TVs on the wall when you're doing your little workout, all that. I do all that. Like I said, if you do these things, it's gonna work for you. Now that's it for me showing you the rest. I can show you the 3rd floor, which is crazy, but that's my personal floor where I sleep. So y'all ain't gonna see that.
Mm-hmm.
But now let's get back to here. which is status correction versus birth certificate authentication and injunction. Now, we're at UCC 9-312, and it says perfection of security interest in chattel paper, deposit accounts, documents, goods covered by documents, instruments, investment property, letter of credit, rights, money, perfection by temporary perfection with. Now, I know that's kind of is written in legalese. I'm gonna try to clear it up and make it simple. Let's get into it. Perfection of a filing permitted. A security interest in chattel paper, negotiable documents, instruments, investment property may be perfected by filing. And then it goes on to B. Control or possession of certain collateral, except as otherwise provided in Section 9-315 for proceeds. A security interest in a deposit account may be perfected only by control under 914. Now, if I was going deeper, I would actually hit 914 and 913 and 9-315 and all that, because you just hit on it and it would take you there. I want y'all to do that. I don't have time to go. If I went through all these, we'd be here all day. I'm not trying to teach that. I do that inside a seminar. And by the way, you want to set up a seminar, contact me at jonahbey.com. We could set that up where I could walk you through the whole thing, but I'm just giving you an overview right now, right? And then it says, in except as otherwise provided in 9-308, a security interest in a letter of credit or right may be perfected only by control under Section 9-314, and a security interest in money may be perfected only by the secure party taking possession under Section 313. And we are going to go to 9-313. But first, I want y'all to see something that I'm going to go down here and show y'all right here in Section E. Temporary perfection, new value. A security interest in certificated securities. That is what your birth certificate is, a certificated security. Negotiable documents or instruments is perfected without filing or the taking of possession of control for a period of 20 days from the time it attaches to the extent that it arises for a new value given under an authenticated security agreement. Authenticated security agreement, which means that some record has to be authenticated and it had to give you security interests in it. And I show y'all authentication of the birth certificate. Number one, I tell y'all to authenticate the record, which means that under Rule 44 of the Federal Rules of Procedure, Rule 44, proving an official record. See, what you don't know is when you go get your birth certificate, the county or at Vital Statistics, it's a copy. It's a counterfeit. It's not real, right? Authenticate the record. And once you authenticate the record, it becomes on the same par as the original. Now, you can read this right here, Rule 44, that's on your authenticated documents, and the federal government is giving you laws saying that your birth certificate will become original. Now, once you do that, you must put the official security agreement on it, saying that he's the owner. Now, that goes back to Rule 220. Rule 220 breaks it down. Let me go back. Tells you to put an affidavit saying that you're the owner, which makes that a non-UCC filing record. So when you put that into a non-UCC record, you become security interest holder or the holder in due course of the birth certificate. Perfected security interests. Right here, it says, providing there is attached to said birth certificate an affidavit of the affiant who states that he or she is familiar with the facts recited. Property named in said birth certificate is the same name as one of the owners. I'm the owner when you do this. Named in said certificate of title. You're going to tell me what is the laws that they're showing you, or this rules and statutes that they're showing you when they're telling you to do this status correction? How does it work? How does it allow you to be the owner and change the status of the illegus? First of all, I want to say this, first of all. I know that there is no status correction because the illegus is nothing more than a fiction. So all I can do is become the owner of that fiction. And anyone who tries to challenge me for ownership, I whip out my view of ownership. And I break that down and show that, nah, I own this bitch. No one else owns it. Security interest, you tell me how you even have a claim on it. Because you're going to have to produce what? A security arrangement that said that I gave it to you, and I never did. I never did. Here's another thing. I got to take y'all to the Constitution. I'm what y'all would call a constitutionalist. Hold on one second. Someone keep on blowing me up. Hello, I'm filming a video right now. I would have to call you back. Who is this? All right, guess it wasn't important. They never said anything. Anyway, we're gonna go to this right here. I put in GA Constitution. I go to 1877 right here. Notice it's their site. Oh my God, this person keeps on blowing me up. Hold on 1 second again. Hello. That's it, y'all. I'm turning off the phone. I'm turning off the phone. Why is it when you're always doing something, Akeem, people won't call you then? I hope it ain't no emergency. Well, it ain't no emergency for me. You, Akeem?
No.
Let me go down to, we're in the Bill of Rights of the 1877, one of my favorite constitutions. And I'm going down to section 4. And here we go. 1, laws of general nature shall have uniform operation throughout the state, and no special law shall be enacted in any case which provisions has been made by an existing general law. That means they can't make a law. If you have the Magna Carta that says you have the right to travel, I'm not talking about just in a car. I'm talking about in a plane, a boat, or whatever. You have the right to travel, to leave your country and come back unencumbered. Right? Then they create these laws called driving laws, and you have to have a passport and all that to get out the country. You need to defend your rights before they cannot make it illegal what was legal. They're not supposed to be making these special laws, but y'all have to know that. And y'all have to enforce your rights. The only rights you have is those that you can enforce. And it says no general law affecting private rights. See, that's what I'm talking about. People, even the teachers, don't know the difference between private and public. Be varied in any particular case by special legislation. That means they cannot make some special laws that interfere with your private rights. But what they've been doing is making laws that interfere with public rights. That's that in legas. That's that in trust. So they've been making laws to deal with that name of that you think is yours to interfere with your private rights, and you don't even know it. Except, so they can do it, but there's an exception. Here's the exception: with free consent in writing of all persons to be affected thereby. And no person under legal disability to contract is capable of such consent. When they created this in legas, you were a baby. Birth certificate, they gave you social security number. How could those are binding contracts? How did they put you in a contract when you were a baby? It's unconstitutional. I just showed you in the Constitution. So the whole in legas itself is unconstitutional, but only if you do a declaration proclaiming it. Now, the declaration that I put together, where y'all can pick it up at jonahbey.com, it is called an injunction. What's the definition of injunction? Let's find out. I'm one of the few people, when I teach, I show y'all everything that I'm doing right here on the computer. Y'all watch me type in on the computer and everything. Most people ain't doing that. They ain't showing you no source information. They ain't showing you how they study. I want you to know how I study. I want you to see the source information so you don't need me, anybody else. I don't want to be your God. I want you to be the God that you are and control your own circumstances. That's the difference. A lot of people out there want you to follow them. Follow me. I want you to follow yourself by having the right information. Everything is based on education. All your commerce, all the money you make will be based on what you know. Change your mind, you change your reality. All right, injunction. It's a noun. An authoritative warning or order. Order, ruling, directive, command, instruction. A judicial order or restraint a person from beginning or continuing an action threatening or invading a legal right of another that compels a person to carry out a certain act, e.g. to make restitution to an injured party. You put out a directive, or order, a command telling them to stop that shit because it's unconstitutional, and they took an oath to the Constitution. And my injunction will put you on the do not detain list. They ain't pulling over the car if you put the car inside the injunction with your name, your in legas name. I would say that's a difference in your status of that in legas. That's a true status correction. So get at your boy, Jonah Bey. Hit up HINDSIGHT.blogrradio.com. Go to JonahBey.com and get with this, man. Protect yourself, especially with all these things going on with these cops. I don't even know if all that stuff is true because they can do anything with technology. You know what I mean? But the fact is, they're trying to get y'all scared. They're trying to start a race war, a war against the cops and all that. Something. The pen is mightier than the sword. Get your pen game up before you ever even think about picking up a sword. Anything you'd like to say, Akeem?
Oh, you said it all. That's right. You got to get your pen game up, or you got to know the rules of the game. You know.
By the way, I think they should holler at us. Go to Hindsight Radio blog radio.com and go back and listen to the show we did on the art of war. Go back and listen to the show we did on health. Don't y'all know y'all can cure yourselves of almost everything just by taking turpentine? That was one of the first shows it was the very first show we did at Hindsight Blog Radio. Hindsight2020blogradio.com. Go check that out.
Hindsight. Well, they can just go to our website, hindsightradio.com, and we have the link to.
We got the links everywhere.
All right.
See y'all again soon. We're gonna be putting these videos out on YouTube. Hopefully y'all found it very educational. Y'all want to learn more about me, Jonah Bey, just Google JonahBey.com. And yeah, that's my real name. Google that, y'all gonna find me. Unlike all these other people using all these fake ass names.
Mm-hmm.
Holla at your boy.
All right, peace.